Hello and welcome everyone. This is Thanksgiving week, and we are here. I'm here with my friend and colleague Daniel, and we are excited to bring a wonderful new opportunity to work with us here at ICF Oregon. So, hi Daniel, why don't we start with introducing you to everyone?
Thank you so much, Preeti, for having me. I am the Director of Membership for ICF Oregon, and I run the membership engagement programs that help keep our organization running smoothly and protect your data.
Wonderful. So you are the key person to tell us what is the value we will get by being a member for ICF Oregon.
Absolutely. So ICF Oregon, you are a member automatically with our chapter if you sign up with ICF Global and you indicate that we're your local chapter, which would be automatically assigned for most people living in Oregon. And the value is great educational content, an opportunity to network with your other fellow coaches, and an opportunity to give back to the community.
Awesome. So one question that folks often have is, do they need to already be credentialed to become a member of ICF Oregon?
Absolutely not. Only about, well, a little over 65% of our membership base is credentialed. And in order to serve on the board, we do want people who are on the path to credentialing, but being a credentialed member is not required to be a volunteer. It's not required to be a member, and we certainly don't require it for our average members. But if you want to be a part of the board, you kind of have to be working on that path.
Awesome. So I'm sure that that clears questions for a lot of people, and we should hopefully see increased membership. So Daniel, that brings me to our exciting new position that we now have open. So tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, credentialing, which we just talked about, can be a really intimidating path to follow. A lot of our members look at the ICF paths, see that there are three different paths to credentialing, don't really know where to start on that road. And we get a lot of questions, and it's time that we as a chapter have a person specifically devoted to helping answer those questions. Being a credentialed member means that you're holding yourself to the gold standard of ethics and coaching and showing that off. A lot of business coaches are required to have this for the businesses that they practice. It's something that is looked for. But the credentialing path, again, fairly complicated. And one of the things that every path has in common is that need to have paid coaching experience where you're paid for your services as a coach. I believe it's 100 hours of requirement for hours as a coach, and 70 of them, I believe,
Yes.
require that they're paid hours. And that is a hurdle that a lot of coaches struggle for. ICF Oregon wants to create a barter coaching program, and this new position, would be kind of organizing that, starting it from the ground up, and helping get it started so that our members get paid hours going forward. Also, mentorship is a requirement for most of the credentialing paths,
Credential.
as well as for continuing your credentialing journey. And mentor coaches in Oregon currently don't have a way to connect with other members in Oregon. We want to create a special group for our mentor coaches so that they can be um, kind of advertised, and not advertised from a perspective of making money, but like that their services are being made aware of in the
Yeah.
community so that mentor coaches locally can be attached to coaches locally. And so this position really would be supporting those two endeavors as well as answering member questions about credentialing. We usually get about one or two a month.
So it will be so valuable, as a fellow coach working towards credentialing, having that one go-to person that can help release some anxiety and questions in our brain about the past and any questions that come around the changes that keep coming with the credentialing processes. Uh,
Yeah,
and having a cohort of people, even for the mentor coaches, is making them more accessible to people who are trying to get this sorted.
absolutely.
So that'll be so empowering. What would your ideal client look like?
My ideal, or I
Or
think you
not
mean
client, I
ideal.
should ideal candidate for this position. Yes.
No worries. So the ideal candidate for this position really needs to be someone who is on the journey for credentialing or is credentialed themselves already, but is also very passionate about credentialing.
Hmm.
That could mean that they're a mentor coach. That could mean that they're an someone who's just recently completed their ACC or recently completed their coach education and is close to their ACC, but really someone who's passionate about credentialing.
Nice. And what is the timeline that we're looking at for this position?
So this position is brand new. We don't have anyone in it currently, so we are open to people who are want to apply for it uh, immediately. It is a 2-year term, and the expected amount of work that would be done is about 4 hours each month, plus a quarterly meeting 4 months a year. Um, but really kind of going back to the 2-year term, the terms are from March to March. So this would be for 2 years plus a couple of months if you started early. And yeah,
And would you like to also add, what are the perks that one gets if they become a member of the board? Um,
yes.
yeah.
Absolutely. So every board member automatically becomes kind of a premium member. We call them gold members with the organization. Gold membership gives you unlimited free access to all of our paid educational events, as well as a few other perks that you can see on our webpage if you go to membership. But really, it's the education, the free education hours are also required not only to gain your credential, but also to maintain it every 3 years. You have to have continuing education, and we provide that. We provide a lot of that.
Yep. So that's wonderful. And for folks, if this piques your interest, then please reach out to us. We are all listed under ICF Oregon slash about. Our emails are out there. If you have questions about this position or about ICF membership in general, please do reach out to us and we'll be happy to connect with you. And this is a great way to be a part of our community actively and give back to people like us and share in our value to give back to the community. So, with that, thank you, Daniel, and thank you to all the members of our community, and hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving.